See us back here again at Magic Kingdom. This is another one of their not so scary Halloween days, so hours are 9 to 6. Hoping for just as light of crowds as 2 days ago. So this time, I'm not gonna bother with doing Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at the start. That's where everyone else goes, and it's a pretty tame ride. I will not do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, I'll go to Peter Pan instead. What everyone else goes to second, go there first. That's a good strategy to take, especially if you have several days at the parks. On my 2 mornings here, at 7:45, they open the gates to let us into this first section of the park, Main Street. Even though the park doesn't officially open till 9 o'clock, early entry's at 8:30. They let us in the gates 45 minutes before early entry. And then this is where they scan you into the early entry area. They rope off other areas. So you go in through here and then you line up for whatever direction, whatever rides you're gonna be wanting to do. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, go down there. And Space Mountain and such will go over here. I do love Haunted Mansion. It's one of my favorite rides, but it's basically impossible to get through the entire cycle without it stopping, and sometimes for a very long time. Had 2 stops on that last ride. My group for Tron got called right as I was about to board, and then took 20 minutes to get through the ride. I'll have time to get over there, but won't have much time to spare. Guess that's the risk of riding Haunted Mansion. You can get stuck on it for a while. Actually, I've done 3 rides on Haunted Mansion this trip, and I've had 5 stops, at least 1 on each ride. So let's see where Peter Pan is at. I rope dropped it, got on pretty quick. I was actually on the 3rd car out. Only 30 minutes, not bad. It was longer during early entry. I was in group 15. Got called at 9:15. The quote virtual queue. So the virtual queue took 45 minutes, but hey, if they didn't have the virtual queue, it'd be like 2 to 3 hours. But happy I was able to get a second ride on it on the trip.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers. Welcome aboard the People Mover, presented by Enterprise. I'm Orak 5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky, the absolute best way to see tomorrow.
For your safety, if you have wings, jetpacks, or gravity polarizers, please do not take flight while on board. Keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
It doesn't go very fast, but what it does is still really good. You get great laterals and some good airtime, great theming, great visuals. I know that Tron and Cosmic Rewind are the 2 newest coasters at Disney World, and everybody's going crazy for them. But you get better visuals, better theming on this. And it actually has airtime and laterals. Cosmic Rewind has some cool gimmicks. Tron has good speed at the start. But I think the indoor portion of Tron is not as good as the indoor portion of Space Mountain. Space Mountain actually has airtime. Cosmic Rewind has some cool visuals, but I say Tron's is just as good. And the speed that you get at the beginning of Tron, I say, beats out the gimmicks of Cosmic Rewind. And as far as the theming aspects of either, I have no idea. I've never seen Tron, I've never seen any Guardians of the Galaxy. Also, like I said, I do not understand why really corny music is playing during Cosmic Rewind. That's just bizarre. At least Tron, the sounds that you have on the indoor portion makes sense. It doesn't make sense at all with Guardians of the Galaxy's Cosmic Rewind. At least not to me, because I haven't seen it. I guess if I've seen it, maybe they play corny music the whole movie. So you come across the water to get to Tom Sawyer Island. Then you have this bridge that takes you over here. And what do we got here? They're gonna build an RMC out here on this island. There's plenty of room. Look at all that space. Make it happen, RMC. Fort Langhorne. Oh, here comes the riverboat. I'm walking faster than the boat. Tower of Terror, 13-minute wait. That's the code. That means you're walking right into the pre-show. I just did 2 laps on Tower of Terror in about 30 minutes. First time I walked up, it said a 40-minute wait, but I walked right into the pre-show. And then when I got off, it said the 13-minute wait, which is the code. And once that code hit the app, everybody came running here. So I'm hoping everybody, instead of coming to Rock and Roller Coaster, went to Tower of Terror. I got my 2 rides on it. All right, here is whatever this is. I didn't walk into this area the other day. I was hurrying to Rise of the Resistance. But this is apparently the thing that I'm supposed to be amazed by. And I don't know why, but hey, it's Star Wars. I don't know anything about Star Wars.
Yeah, we'll take you.
It looks cool, whatever it is. You can barely see the screen. You don't know what's going on. You're having to push stupid buttons. And for people who say, oh, you gotta be the pilot, well, only 2 people get to be the pilot, and you gotta luck into it. You can't just get it. And the pilot looks like it's a terrible role too. If hitting buttons is bad enough, at least you can kind of see that in your peripheral and just kind of hit them and try to pay attention to what's going on. With the pilot, you're having to do all this other stuff, and it just is terrible. I don't go on a ride to have a job to do. I go on a ride to enjoy it. I took a picture of this in 1991, and it's still here. That was back when it was MGM Studios. It could have been refurbished or replaced, but Star Tours is still here in the same building, just a different version of it. I think the old one was probably better, but you can't just do the same thing forever.